Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: picking the right fucking bowl. So this has been just an amazing series of events that have taken place over the course of about the last, if you've been listening, pretty close to probably 6 podcasts. And if you go back to about episode 116 or 117, you will hear me talking about the bobcat and the landscaping. And yes, folks, I still have yet another story for you on the landscaping. Now, to give you the quick hit backwards, we know that on day 1, when the bobcat was here and they were digging things out of our front yard so that they could dump them into a ditch in our backyard, what happened is they dumped their bobcat. This would spawn a few different events that would finally find a tow truck driving through my front yard to winch this thing out of the backyard. But the fun would continue. The fun would continue as the bobcat driver was literally, they're plowing everything out of our landscaping to make it easier on them, obviously, to be able to get rid of all the big dirt and the trees. But the one thing they weren't paying attention to was behind one of the bushes was a downspout for a sewage line, the lateral line that leaves our home. Oh, yes, folks, you know where this is going. They hit this thing and probably moved it, I'm guessing, about 6 inches. Now, we didn't say anything because we figured if they broke it, you would think they would tell us, hey, sorry about that, we broke it. But no, we did not get a response like that from them, so we assumed, based on their work and expertise, that so far, so good, the job is being done right. Until a few days later, we go down in the basement and there is literally a flood of water. Now, this was pretty brutal because I actually spoke on a Friday, just a few days ago, in Kansas City. It was a 4-hour drive to Kansas City where I would then speak for 40 minutes and then drive home another 4 hours so I could be home with my kids the next day. So you can imagine I woke up all excited with the kids and we're having fun and we're laughing and Daddy's going to go work out so we can hang out today. Maybe put up some Easter, maybe go outside and play baseball. But that wasn't in the cards. As I walked down the steps to the basement to get to Duke's gym, as I turned the corner, I saw water. And then I saw more water, to where literally I was now walking in puddles in my own basement. That sewage line had backed up into our home. And we had one huge mess. As I immediately called Leah to have her come down and help me out, she came down and we had Wyatt went and got us towels, and she went upstairs to call my dad to see if we can get some help and assistance. My dad comes over. He actually takes the boy. He helps and then takes the boys back to their house so Leah and I can spend the rest of the day cleaning up this freaking mess. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have a plumber who makes it about 5 hours later to help us with this problem. We would spend another 3 hours with him. At this point, we're told not to use any water because the pipe has to be repaired before they can do anything else. This means we are not able to live in our home. This means we are not even able to take showers. Now, the problem with this is very simple. We have a school benefit that we want to go to, a charity auction. We love our kids' school. We love being able to support the school, and we wanted to go hang out with new friends that we have at the school. And unfortunately, it was already 7 o'clock, and we were missing a portion of this program. So my wife and I, knowing that we can't take a shower because we're going to cause more of a flood, decide that we're going to take, the deodorant bath. We go ahead and we go in the bathroom, and as I begin to turn on the water to shave, not thinking it's a big deal, she looks at me like I am nuts. What are you doing? Turn that damn thing off. We can't have water running in the house. Well, how am I supposed to shave? She says, well, go find a bowl. Now, men, you can work with me here because you know that it's not as simple as just finding a bowl. What you have to do is you have to find the right bowl. You can't just go in the kitchen and pick a bowl that looks good. You can't go in the kitchen and pick the beautiful glass bowl. You have to pick the right bowl so you don't get your ass handed to you on a silver platter after you walk into the kitchen. And after all, this bowl is going to be how you bathe yourself. It is literally going to be how you shave. It's going to be the water that you're going to use to do your hair and probably even wipe out those stanky ass armpits that you have. We had a real freaking catastrophe on our hands, folks. This has nothing to do with the basement. This could be Armageddon if I don't get this right. And so what ends up happening is I'm walking through the kitchen and I look and I see a bowl and I see all these bowls and it's like bowl overwhelm. I can't figure out which one I want when finally a voice inside my head says, just pick the right fucking bowl and go. So I grab a bowl figuring this is the right bowl. And then I sheepishly walk into the bathroom, hoping that my wife doesn't tell me that I have to walk back out and go find a new bowl. I don't want to find a new bowl. I just want to shave. And so I walk into the bathroom. And lo and behold, my wife looks at the bowl, and I put the bowl in the sink and turn the water on, and she doesn't say anything. Could it be? Could it be that I picked the right bowl? This is amazing. She's not saying a word to me. And yet I believe that since she's not saying a word, that this might be a good thing. I may have picked the right bowl. And I begin to shave. And I begin to wash my hair. And I begin to clean out the stanky armpits. Folks, I went through this whole entire process, putting on deodorant, putting gel in my hair, putting my shirt on and my pants, and getting ready for this event, not having gotten in trouble for picking the wrong bowl. Now, what's funny about this is I would find out hours later, as I'm sharing this story with friends as we're sitting at a table, is she said, you're absolutely right, because if you would have picked the wrong bowl, I would have sent you back into the room. Now, this is all fine and dandy, and I hope that maybe you get a little smile out of it. And men, I know you're sitting there going, oh my God, that's my wife. But here's the point of this, is that it's so funny that in a situation like this where there's so much stress going on that I went to that place where I'm like, man, I got to pick the right bowl here or I'm screwed. And at some point, what happened? I just had to make a decision. Stop screwing around. Stop trying to find the right bowl. Pick the wrong bowl. And then if you have to, you reload. We've all done this before, haven't we? In our lives, we wait for things to be perfect. In our lives, we wait to find the right bowl. When in reality, if you have 4 bowls in front of you, just make a freaking choice and pick the bowl. And if it's the wrong bowl, reset. What's the lesson that you learned by picking the wrong bowl? What's the course correction that you can do in your life and then take a new action? We all do this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, in your health or your relationships, you've overthought something. You just went down a path of overthinking it, and you realize all you had to do was make a decision. I either want to work out today or I don't. Stop trying to overthink it. I either want to go do this thing with my family or I don't. I either want to do a date night every week or I don't. I either want to write messages to my kids every day or I don't. Stop living this in-between life and just make freaking decisions and live with the decision that you make. Now, as laughable as this might seem, and maybe not serious to you, for me it was funny because it came up later and I got to share with her exactly what was on my mind, which she thought was hilarious. And we both had a laugh over it, which was a laugh that we needed. Please remember, we could not go back to our home. Please remember, we could not use our bathroom. Please remember, we could not pee, we could not poop, we could not shave, we could not shower. These are all things that were just piling up on us, and in that moment, we needed a good damn laugh. And so on the one side, it becomes a matter of don't take life so damn seriously. You got to find some laughter in the chaos. And on the other side, it's about making choices. It's about just making a decision. What I can tell you is over the course of the next 36 hours, it became difficult for decisions because we have the landscaper on one side essentially asking us and pleading with us not to turn it in. And, hey, let me have my guy do the work and let's do it essentially we're saying, oh, so you want us to let you have somebody half-assed do the plumbing work when we don't even know if it's going to fix it. And we sat in this place of trying to pick the right choice. We sat in this place of trying to work with him, and mostly me more so than my wife. And then finally there reached a point to where it was enough. I just had to say to myself, pick a bowl and make a decision, to which point we made the decision. We're going to turn it into our insurance. We're going to make sure this stuff is completely documented and taken care of so we're okay. Where in your life do you just need to make a decision? Some of you right now, you're looking for a coach. You're looking for somebody to support you on a journey to having it all. And you keep thinking that you want to email me and reach out about doing it. And you just sit there and go, oh, maybe next month, as nothing continues to change in your life. Maybe it's time just to pick the bowl, pick the coach, and go. Maybe it is in your relationships that it's time to start bucking up and leveling up in your relationships and just make a freaking decision, men, to start dating your wives monthly. Stop screwing around waiting for the right moment and just pick a bowl and go. Maybe it's in your health and you're trying to find the right event to train for. You're trying to find the right exercises to do. Pick a freaking bowl and just start exercising. Pick a bowl and just start eating right. Make a freaking decision and move. Because if it doesn't work out, all you have to do is course correct. What's the lesson that you learned? Reload and take action. It's that simple. So folks, where in your life across body, being, balance, and business do you need to just pick a freaking bowl and move forward? And number 2, where in your life do you just need to stop, smell the roses, and have a good laugh in the midst of chaos? I hope that the next time you have chaos, maybe you think about picking the right bowl. And if not, hopefully there's something else in your life that reminds you that there's nothing that could be that bad when it comes to these physical type things or material type things like a house or a car. There's nothing that can be that bad, because the most important thing in life are the people that we love, the people that we get to spend time with on a day in and day out basis. So hopefully, if that moment of chaos strikes you, remember what's really important. Stop for a moment and just have a laugh. And maybe that laugh will be about picking the right fucking bowl. That's all I've got for you here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, please head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. Make sure you rate, review, and even subscribe for this podcast. And hey, why not forward it off to friends, family, loved ones who you think can benefit from the fire I deliver here every week, Monday through Friday. And if you haven't already, make sure you head on over to www.commitandgo.com, where you can get my free time mastery program and find out more about yours truly, Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and Commit and Go program and coaching and other services that we offer throughout this wonderful, wonderful world of ours. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.